Right, we're here at Universal Studios at the Terminator 2 theater. This is the main stage here. Stage left. Stage right. We're here for on-site services. Going to be taking some videotapes of the backstage screen area and take some documentation, some measurements, and hopefully the gala event that they have going on tonight won't interfere with the work we have to do.
We shot all this on like plastic art.
All right, we're here at Universal Studios, Florida. This is the T2 auditorium, and we're going to be taking some videos of the layout of the auditorium, and some changes are going to have to be made, but we'll be documenting that as we go on. This is stage left, and turning around the center stage. Doorway, and then stage right. Right, we're making our way into the backstage area here at T2, the theater, and we're gonna first zoom in on the counterweight cage here. They have a cage here right behind the screen, or right beside the screen, and it's suspended by cables. It goes all the way up to the top of the screen, and there's a lot of counterweight there. Seems like they knew what they were doing there. Coming around the cage, you see the corner of the screen there and the clearance we have with the curtain or the wall. And I'll just zoom up top there. And right behind the screen, they do have their speakers suspended, and they're about, I'd say 3.5, 4 feet back from the screen. And they do have the electric run right on the bottom of the stage there. This could be moved back if needed. It could be moved, so there's no interference there if there was any modifications to be done with the next T2. This is stage left. We will be going to the other side of the stage. It's pretty much the same setup that they have here, but I don't see any problem here with making any minor adjustments if we have to move speakers or electric or even the counterweight cage, which is right here. And lots of counterweights, a lot of weight, but I guess you need that to lift these big heavy screens. Okay, cables going all the way up, like I said, all the way up there. Okay, more later. Okay, this is a shot behind the screen, and it shows the clearance between the screen and the, should I say, the stage or the scaffolding deck behind the screen where the electric and the speakers are run. And you can see the clearance is about 16 inches there, and they have the speakers that are pushed up right up against the screen, maybe with a clearance of 1 foot, possibly 18 inches. All right, this is looking through the stage left screen onto the front stage, and yeah, there's Peter. All right, coming into the other side of the stage, you have pretty much basically the same setup. You have the cage there with the counterweight to the screens, and we'll move around there and get a shot of that. It's pretty much the same setup. And it's suspended by the cables and runs up to the top. Like I said, pretty much the same setup as the other side. The clearance in between the screen and the stage is the same consistently throughout the screen, throughout the theater. And you can see the big tweeters right there behind the screens. And they have the ladder scaffolding that holds the screen up. No problem with any clearance. If they wanted to modify that, bring it back, move electric lines, which you see on the floor there. And pretty much the same setup, so we're going to stop here and go ahead and give you center stage. Okay, one last shot of the counterweights on stage right. We're going to exit down the stairs and go backstage below the screens, coming around. Okay, they have a few doorways here. One here that we have to go through, which is the emergency exit from the auditorium, emergency exit only. Okay, that goes into the theater. It's used as an emergency exit only. Then we're going to continue down the corridor. We have a very wide corridor here where they have some electrical panels. It starts out real wide and then continues to get narrower as you go down. The most narrow portion of the corridor is 4'6". So they need to maintain at least that. Okay, and the narrowest portion of the doorway, of course, comes down to 4'1", and then through the doorway, which is 3'6". Okay, continuing on to center stage, another doorway.
Stage.
You have a curtain that goes into the stage area. Okay, and continuing on, like I said, to center stage. We have stairways down towards the maintenance area.
Screen ends right in here.
Yeah. Okay, the screen ends right about there.
Mm-hmm.
And then picks up the center screen.
On the other side of this.
On the other side of this, we'll pick up the center screen. Stairwell. Another doorway. This is all back behind the scenes of T2. Very interesting. Okay, as I mentioned, they had a stairway here backstage that went up, came around to a fire pole type deal that I think the actors use. And it goes up there. He climbs to the top and slides on down, and then he's backstage. Okay, coming into center stage, we have another stairwell that runs up to the top of the deck. And up there they have the motorcycle and the track system. Okay, this is the top deck center screen where they have the motorcycle track system, which comes out. They raise a screen, the motorcycle comes through the screen. Okay, we're going to go down in what they call the pit, which is the maintenance area and where they have the robot pit. So let's head on down there. Here we go. All right, going down another stairwell here. Heading into the robot pit. There you go. This would be stage left, I think they call it. And let me see if we can get a shot of that. The lighting isn't too great, but you can see there's the legs of the robot. They are down in under the stage with the lid closed. And they have 3 of those in here. Okay. And this might be the best shot I can get right here of one of the robots. Better lighting. Underneath the stage. Okay. Activated by chain. And it appears to me like hydraulics. Festoon cables. And there you go.
Tied off. The bottom edge, as you can see, is tied to the radius. But then as it goes farther up, the belly, because of the side-to-side tension.
Okay, this is underneath center stage, looking up at the screen. And you can notice maybe a few imperfections in the screen when they tied it into the frame.
Zoom, yeah, you can zoom out to that far corner there too. You might want to look at. See how it's not very smooth transitions. I don't know how that's going to affect the characteristics.
Good shot of it. Shoot right up at this. Yeah.
Okay, we came up top stage now. We're on the front stage, and you could see the screen that I shot from underneath, and there was a slight bulging distortion problem in the screen, and because of that we had a little rubbing effect when the screen drops. It seems as though it's been hitting maybe right on the corner of the carpet there where the top stage ends. I'll give you a shot from that from another angle. Okay, this is the cause from when the screen drops because of the bulge factor. We have a little rubbing going on, so that may teach us to be aware on any future T2 projects. You might want to set that stage back another 3-4 inches.
That marking is new.
All right, we're right behind center screen, right back where the motorcycle is again. We're going to look at the track system a little bit. Don't have a real good lighting effect there, but we're going to follow the track on out. And they're dropping the trough system, comes out to the stage area. This is where the motorcycle penetrates the screen.
Yeah, the only thing I got left is just exercise the side
This is the screen, exit stage right, and this one does not move. We got some guys doing some measurements, shooting levels in, and like I said, this one does not move. And this one's in pretty good shape. It looks like they drew it pretty tight.
Call it 2.25, Mike. Let me show you where I got it.
The left screen, exit stage left screen, is also stationary, and it's in very good shape. This is looking at the motorcycle from out front of the stage. They have a double rail system, one that the motorcycle rides on underneath, and I guess you'd say an anti-sway rail up top that it rides along. And I'll give you a different shot of that from underneath. This is the pinch wheels on the top rail to the motorcycle ride. And then the lower pinch wheels. You can see basically the offset of the center post from the center of the motorcycle to the rail. Okay, we add a little bit of light so you could see more clearly of the front side of the motorcycle. And I'll give you a rear shot. Rear shot of the motorcycle. Okay, this is stage right with the screens down. Yeah.
Attention at T2, please stand clear, stage left screen cover. Continue lowering and raising the stage left screen cover.
But standing straight up. Standing like this. You rolling, babe?
We're rolling.
That's the way I just had it. Now you want to section up.
Okay, I'm still rolling. Yeah, let's take them up.
You holler when you want to go up and down. We can go up. We'll wait on your order, okay? Stage left only.
Okay, you want stage right?
Yep.
Okay.
Stage left going up.
Stage left. The only one going up.
Good.
Ready to go back down and holler. Okay. You ready?
Hold on. Okay, let's go down. Good.
Hey, bucket down.
Terminator 2 3D is a theatrical high-tech hybrid attraction produced by Digital Domain.
I definitely think Universal has raised the bar a little bit with Terminator 2. They have combined moving 3D images that go from one screen to the other.
Let's go. We don't have much time.
There are interactive live actors on the stage that go back into the screen and become 3D characters and back out. And it's seamless. You feel it, you see it, you experience it like I've never seen before.
T2 3D's live-action sequences, directed by James Cameron, were shot with customized 65mm film cameras and utilized special movable camera mounts.
In the past, 3D cameras have been static. They've been locked down in being able to shoot a static scene.
What's that?
Mini Hondas, keep moving.
But with that film, what they did was make the 3D camera mobile. So it had a much greater sense of being right in the action.
After filming, the Digital Domain studio created computer-generated special effects to give T2 3D a sense of futuristic realism.
Stop whining.
In addition, some sequences, like the climactic battle with the T-1000, were created entirely on the computer. At the same time, ride designers had to choreograph the on-screen action with the live stage show.
Get out of sight.
The attraction's 700-seat, 3-screen theater is the largest of its kind ever built. 6 specially designed projectors run over a mile of 70mm film through the gates every 12 minutes.
This way.
But all of T2 3D's magic doesn't show up on the screen.
Now!
Down.
Creating the immersive environment and keeping 3 shows running smoothly every hour is a massive production in itself.
Hi, I'm Mike Esmond, Project Manager for Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida, and this is the T2 3D attraction. Come on, let's go check it out. The robots combine a technology similar to biofeedback that they use in modern prosthetics to let the hydraulic system move fluidly without doing the awkwardness that earlier animated figures once had. So they're as lifelike as a robot can be. We're in the control room at the back of the theater where all the computers are tied in into one control panel that is supervised by a technician, mainly because of the live actors and their safety. The technician allows the computer to go to its next sequence. If the technician feels that there's an unsafe condition or the show is not progressing as originally scripted, that technician has the ability to abort the show.
I said I'd be back.
This particular screen, we're looking at a panel view that allows us to do a diagnostic evaluation of what's going on with the show action equipment, and if a particular function's not working or if it's not working up to what it normally should be, it allows the technical staff to fix it either on the spot or after the attraction closes. The audio system supports the 3D image by means of having the speakers located behind each one of the screens as well as above and behind us. So as the sound, as the image moves on the screen, the audio also moves with the image. So you hear in 3D as well as see in 3D. It's so realistic with the 3D combined with the live action and all the other technology we've employed here that you sometimes forget you're in a movie seat.
After the success of Terminator, its sequel, Terminator 2, looked like a surefire bet. To create the movie attraction, Terminator 2 3D, director James Cameron was reunited with the original cast: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, and Eddie Furlong. The heart of the show is a specially made film shot in 3D. At $5 million a minute, it's the most expensive movie shoot in history. In Orlando, a brand new theater was built especially for Terminator 2 3D.
We're taking this group of people in this theater and we're putting them in the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton, and it's all directed by James Cameron. It's his vision, it's his attraction experience that we're putting this entire group of people in it. Where else can you say that Arnold came from the future to the present and took me back to the future with him? That's what we're doing that nobody else has done before.
Well, the T2 3D project, or T2 Battle Across Time, was pretty exciting because it was a blend of the film science that I know, taken to a new extreme, which is a higher resolution because it's in 70 millimeter, and 3D with all of those challenges, which are kind of fascinating. But really beyond that, there was something very interesting where they were integrating film and the kind of proscenium theatrical experience into the same project. So we actually have characters jumping into the screen, coming back out of the screen, and we're trying to break down that barrier between the audience and the events in the picture.
When you see him having this huge kind of weapons in front of him, and he reaches out, that the audience will be jumping back, because with the 3D technology, it will really feel like he's taking your head off, not just mine.
T2 3D was very challenging in that we were doing a 3D ride film. It's a stereoscopic 65 millimeter shoot, which basically means you have a twin camera system that's about the size of a large refrigerator. And working with Jim Cameron, Jim likes to move the camera a lot. We're trying to move, a 2-ton camera around like what Jim's used to moving a Steadicam around. We were also mixing media in a big way. There was location work where we were blowing up, a small village in Arizona. So lots of live physical production, stunts, but there's also some very, very complicated computer graphics. You basically have to do everything twice. If we're animating a shot for a scene in the experience, you have to do it twice, one for each eye. And a lot of what we had done at the size and scale at which we were doing it had never been done before. So there's a vast kind of learning curve just to figure out and sort out all the technical intricacies of how we're going to pull this off, and then you have to actually go and do it.
Go!
Once Cameron, Schwarzenegger, and the rest of the cast finished filming, it was a race against time to get the theater in Orlando ready by the opening date. 2,500 people pass through the show every hour. There's no room here for improvisation. To maintain the illusion, everything must work perfectly. It's a stunning combination of theater and cutting-edge technology.
I've got to be true to everybody. I've got to be true to making the lighting invisible. I've got to be true to picking up people and their faces and their figures in a way that they won't really be as recognizable as a lighting designer should make them. Oddly enough, in this case, we've got to make these characters, the real characters, invisible enough so that you can't tell that they are not, in fact, the people we're trying to sell the audience that they are. But they've still got to be lit well enough so that you can see them and see what they're doing.
Technology can't yet solve every problem. Across the country, auditions were held to find actors for the lead roles during the live-action segments of the attraction. 14 Terminators were chosen. It's day one, and anxious fans await the opening of James Cameron's 3D adventure. After months of preparation, it's time for Terminator to go to work. The pre-show begins by easing the audience into the world of the Terminator. It's a perfect setup for the thrills and chills about to come.
Okay, listen to me, everybody. We don't have much time. Skynet is your enemy. It must be destroyed before it destroys us. Don't believe this cutesy pie video and their slick marketing. These corporate pigs aren't selling safety, they're selling death.
Standing by, 5 seconds for Terminator. Go through the screen.
It was terrific. Best one we've seen here. It was like right there.
Terminator 2 3D. An explosive mix of live-action stunts, special effects, computer graphics, and the world's most incredible 3D filmmaking. For the first time ever, 3D effects leap from screen to screen as live actors mesh seamlessly with the filmed portion of the show.
Terminator 2 3D is an attraction that takes state-of-the-art 3D filmmaking, incredible special effects, and live action, and combines it in a way that you can't see anywhere else. The technology behind the film projection is amazing. It takes 6 projectors to project this combination of 70mm and 35mm imagery across 3 separate screens. It takes a very sophisticated computer control system to make all that work together and completely keep it synchronized. The actors themselves have to practice and rehearse endlessly to make sure that their choreography matches seamlessly with the on-screen action. It's amazing. You would never believe when that motorcycle takes off and blasts that screen that what's really happening, well, I don't want to give it away. Let's just say it's a very special effect.
But that's not the only amazing effect that immerses audiences in this unique 3D experience. Speakers throughout the theater create the illusion of three-dimensional sound. And water droplets create the sensation of liquid metal. When it's all put together, you'll find yourself transported to a terrifying and realistic world right out of the Terminator film. At Terminator 2 3D, Universal Studios Hollywood gives you a glimpse into the future of entertainment.
Hi, everybody in the building. I'm sorry, who?
Kimberly, is that? No, who's speaking?
That was Kimberly. I actually auditioned for the show in January and moved here from Florida. because there's a greater opportunity here in California, but I didn't want to move out without a job. So now that I have a job, it just was a nice transition to move out here and try to pursue other things.
I don't care, Christine. Go right ahead.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kimberly Duncan. I am Cyberdyne's Director of Community Relations and Media Control.
She's wretched. She's absolutely wretched. She goes out in front of the public and she puts on a big smiley face.
And I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you.
And on the outside, she's very superficially sweet.
Super.
But the audience sees when her back is turned that she is very manipulative and very backstabbing and actually a very evil, evil woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, armed combat has entered the digital age. The Terminator.
At this point, at these two areas, you have John and Sarah rappelling down from the catwalk.
I tried to warn you. Skynet means the end of everything.
At this point, the T-1000 is coming out of the screen. It's part of the 3D effect.
What is that?
John Connor.
And then watch it come up there. See how he comes up? That's cool. Isn't that nice? I love that. I love it. It's so much fun. It's just a good show.
See you. Listen, I don't know how you got in